So number one benefit of crates is safety. Okay, so I've seen way too many dogs get hurt, die, yes it happens, die from eating something they shouldn't have, getting into an owner's medication, whatever the case may be. I've seen dogs get killed because of eating things they shouldn't and just getting hurt in the house. And when you're not home, you cannot control what your dog does. So it's just better for everybody that you keep your dog contained. Now I know a lot of people have concerns with, well, I work, this many hours and can I not have a dog? And no, it's not that you can't have a dog. I mean, my dogs are in the crate from, on average 7 in the morning until 5 at night. However, I make up for that when I come home. They go on walks twice a day, we play chuck it, we play fetch, we do all kinds of stuff. I do all kinds of stuff with my dogs. So I make up for it there. And I really make sure that the time out of the crate is spent doing lots of fun stuff. So number two benefit of the crate is you get to promote calm behavior. So no one wants to have a dog jumping all over them when they get in the door. And don't get me wrong, I love that my dogs are happy to see me, but I don't need you jumping all over me. So especially if you have a little puppy or you have a dog who's not quite mastered not jumping, which doesn't take very long to fix, but if you have a dog that just jumps and jumps and jumps, put him in the crate. You won't have any jumping when you get home. You can walk in the door, carry in your groceries, carry in your child, do what you have to do without having to worry about getting knocked over or, setting up a barricade of like, okay, you get the dog, you get the cat. It's just a circus, right? So just put your dog in a crate when you're home, when you're not sleeping. Third benefit is it creates awesome structure for your dog. So you are the key to your dog's freedom. And entering and exiting the crate has a lot to do with both of those things. So we'll get to that too. But overall, having a crate sets the structure and sets the tone. So it's, listen, dog, you're not going to do whatever you want to do while I'm not home. You don't get to jump all over my bay window, and you don't get to jump all over the door and bark like crazy when you see somebody out the window. That's not going to happen, right? So it just promotes good behavior, structure. That doesn't fix everything, but it's a start, right? And it helps to kind of, like I said, set the tone. So crates are very, very important. I cannot stress them enough. And if you have a puppy, you need to crate train your dog. It's not really an option. There's no reason not to. So there's two different kinds of crates. You have your wire crates like you see behind me, and you have your airline type plastic crates that just look like big cat carriers. I prefer those kind actually, even though I have a wire one behind me, and that's actually all I have is wire crates. But I prefer the plastic ones because it's an easier cleanup. So if a dog has an accident in the wire crate, and they jump all over the bars, you can just imagine how that goes. So the plastic crates kind of keep it contained as well as the hair. So it really is just up to you. They both work fine and they both work well at containing the dog, but it's really just a matter of what's easier to clean, in my opinion. But they both work fine. So, and some people have said that the closed-in structure of a plastic crate makes the dog feel more comfortable. I really just don't think it matters. I think a dog should be comfortable regardless. But you can use whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you think your dog's comfortable with. So, that being said, now I'm going to teach you how to set your dog up to enter into the crate. Okay, so first things first, when you are crate training, you want to create positive associations with the crate, but you also want to just be calm about the crate. It's just very matter of fact. It's no big deal. A lot of times people get very upset when they put their dogs in the crate. There's no reason for that. Dogs are hardy animals, they're not upset that they're in the crate. Think of it as their own little bedroom, right? So it's their place where they can just relax. If you have small kids, it's a place they can be away from the kids. If you have other dogs or other pets, it's a way they can be away from the other pets, and it's just their downtime. So what I want you to do is I want you to start with just leading your dog into the crate and letting him come right back out, just checking it out. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I don't want to say anything at first. I know he's comfortable with it, but if you don't know how your dog's going to be with it or your puppy, you want to make sure you're not saying anything first and just getting them comfortable with it going in and out. You don't have to do this over the course of like a day, but you can just do it a couple times. Make sure they get really comfortable going in and out. So Just a little bit of leash pressure, have him go right in. Now he knows that it's a spot and he wants to lay down. And so I'm just gonna, okay, give him his release cue. Now you won't have to do that with your dog, but just guiding in and out, no words. You can say good if you want. Good is your marker. So you can say good to just kind of mark his behavior and be like, good job. You can also use some treats. I personally don't like to use food too much because it creates a little bit too much of excitement, but you can definitely use food for this if you want to. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so after you see that they're comfortable with the crate, what I want you to do is pick a word and stick with that word. So whether it be crate, kennel, kennel up, go to bed, whatever you want to use is fine. I don't care if you say broccoli, right? You just have to be consistent with it and it's got to stick. So I like kennel. It's just very easy. Kennel. Just kidding, buddy. So I like kennel, but you can use whatever you want. So I'm going to say the word and then I'm going to lead him into it. And then as soon as he goes in, all 4 paws get in there and his whole body's in there. I'm going to say good. And then, or yes, or whatever your marker is. I don't care if you use spaghetti for that. You know, just pick a word. So, and then he comes out, and I'm going to give him a little food reward or some praise or whatever he likes. So I'm going to just praise him. But you could do whatever. You could do treats, a toy, or food. This just should be fun for your dog. Your dog should really enjoy the crate. So kennel, lead him in. He goes in. Now, your dog is probably going to come right back out, but as soon as he goes in, good. Good boy. Give him lots of praise. Good job. Kennel. Good. Okay. Good boy. Good job. So, I know. So you get the idea. Now, what I want you to do after that is put him into the kennel. And you're always going to want to use your leash when you first start to just guide. It's just a little guidance. But you're going to say kennel. He's going to go in. You're going to shut the door. And then you're going to wait. Do not let your dog out if they start whining, barking, pawing at the door. You don't want to let them out. That's a reward. So your reward is getting to come out. So I don't want to reward you and have you think that by pawing at the kennel and barking and jumping and acting like a fool that you get to come out. So, Sam, kennel. Good. Shut the door. Good. Good boy. Good job. Okay, so, and you just want to increase your duration. Now, you can do all of this over the course of one day. This is very, very simple stuff, right? So, I'm going to do it again. Sam, kennel. Good boy. Now, the other really important thing is exiting the crate. Exiting the crate's a big deal. A lot of people struggle with it. It doesn't have to be. And a lot of people are actually going to struggle with this. So, if he was a dog that was a bratty, just, you know, snarky, snotty dog and just wanted to push his way out and kind of control the situation, I would open the door a little bit. As soon as he goes to come out, I would slam it. Not hard, but enough for him to be like, whoa, sorry, I should probably pay attention to you. So I open it. Just because you have an open door doesn't mean that you're allowed to come out. Door opens, try to come out a little bit, shut the door. Opens, shut, you know? So it's just very like, now we have a joiner. Go lay down, go lay down. Good girl. So, open the door, he doesn't move. Good, yes. Good boy. Good boy. So, that's the idea, right? So you want to reward your dog for calm behavior in the crate. However, we use remote collars, we use prong collars, we use food, we use toys, we use all of it. So if you correct your dog in the crate for whining, barking, being annoying, you're not going to make them afraid of the crate. This is just how you introduce it. So management, once you have them in the crate and once they're used to it and they just want to be a brat, that's different. Right? So you can use a remote collar. We recommend the Mini Educator from eCollar Technologies. But this is how we introduce it. This is how we promote, you know, good feelings about the crate. But if you still want to be a brat, then we have to correct you. So it just is what it is. So, kennel. Now, because my dog is very familiar with verbal corrections, I gave him a verbal instead of slamming the door, but in that same instance, you would just slam the door shut. So where I said no, the door would be shut like that. And you want to leave a leash on your dog too, so you can control how they come out. So I'm going to open the door. He's just going to sit there because he knows that an open door does not mean you can come out until I give him his release word, which in our case is, okay. Good boy. Good boy. So a couple troubles you might have with crate training is if you have a little tiny puppy. So you just got an 8-week-old puppy and you just brought her home and you're having problems with her whining. Totally normal. You can go over and smack the top of the crate a little bit just to be like, no, smack the top of the crate. You're not gonna scare her to death. You know, she's just gonna be like, whoa, sorry. But there is whining to be expected, so you have to make sure that she doesn't have to go out, she isn't hungry, she isn't thirsty, and that she just wants, you know, if it's just a case of I just want to be out, then that's not okay. You can't whine and get what you want. But, so that's how you correct. No, smack the crate, they stop, everything's good. Corrections are just very matter of fact. They don't have to be this like, no, you know, and you freak out on your dog. You wouldn't do it to your kids, don't do it to your dog. So, very matter of fact, just, no, you can't do that, that's it. So, and then the other problems that you might have with crate training are, like I said, barking in the crate and protesting. So you can just use a remote collar or a bark collar when you're not home if it's a case of he barks when I'm not home. Put a bark collar on your dog and then it's taken care of, right? And I like the stim bark collars. I don't like citronella bark collars. I think they actually are worse for the dog. I mean, I wouldn't want citronella sprayed up my nose. I'd rather you just give me a little muscle stim on my neck, actually. So, but whatever you decide to do for your dog, if you are struggling with barking, that's up to you. But that's just what I recommend. So, that is how to introduce the crate to your dog. So, we hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed. Oh, ow.